Diesel mechanics keep the entire economy moving. Every truck, every bus, every piece of heavy equipment. And the job comes with real frustration nobody warns you about before you sign up. Today I'm giving you 5 honest reasons why this career is generally hard. And then I'm going to tell you why it's still worth it anyway. Nobody's going to sugarcoat this one. Diesel mechanic is one of the most physically and mentally demanding trades that exist. It is also one of the most in-demand trades in the entire country right now. Both of these things are true at the same time. I've spent 30 years around the trades. I've talked to diesel mechanics. I've seen what this job actually requires. Today I'm giving you the real complaints, not sugarcoated, not exaggerated. 5 honest reasons this career is hard. Then I'll tell you why people stick with it anyway. Before we get started, smash that like button, subscribe. All right, let's get into this. Reason number 1, the tools will cost you thousands before your first real paycheck. Here's reason number 1, and this is the one nobody warns you about before you start. Diesel mechanics are expected to buy and maintain their own tools, not a few wrenches, a full rolling toolbox worth thousands of dollars. Diagnostic scanners alone for modern diesel engines can run hundreds of thousands of dollars. Add specialty tools for fuel injection systems, turbochargers, and emission equipment. New techs are routinely starting their careers $5,000 to $15,000 in tool debt before they earn a full year of wages. Industry research backs this up directly. Most techs enter this career without formal training, and shops are spending an average of over $8,000 in trainee wages just to get someone production ready. That cost burden runs in both directions, on the tech buying tools and on the shop investing in undertrained hires. Here's the honest reality. You are investing real money into this career before you've proven it's the right fit for you. That is a genuine financial risk most other entry-level trades simply don't require. All right, here's reason 2. After 30 years in HVAC, I tell you the number 1 thing I wish I had when I was starting out. Someone to just tell me which direction was right for me. Course Careers built that. It's an AI career counselor named Coura, and she'll walk you through whether HVAC, plumbing, electrical, construction project managing, construction estimating, architectural drafting, or supply chain coordinator actually fits your life. Then she sets you up with a free intro course, no experience needed, no degree required, so you can see if you like it before you commit. Students have used this to break into high-paying careers in as little as 4 to 12 weeks. Links below, pinned in the comments below. Coura's the resource I didn't have. You do. Use it. Reason 2. The complexity has exploded, and the training hasn't caught up. Here is reason number 2. Diesel engines used to be mechanical. Now they are computers with engines attached. Modern diesel systems run on electronic control modules, complex emission systems, and diagnostic software that changes with every model year. Here's the honest data on this problem. Industry research found that even after completing formal training programs, more than 30% of graduates were still unqualified in 20 core skill areas, according to the shops that hired them. This is not a knock on the students. This is a sign that the entire training pipeline is struggling to keep pace with how fast technology is evolving. You are not just learning how an engine works anymore. You are learning electronics, software diagnostics, emission regulations, and traditional mechanic skills simultaneously. The learning curve is steeper than it ever has been in this trade's history, and it keeps getting steeper every time a new emission standard or engine control system comes out. Now, here's reason number 3. The path often doesn't match the skill and risk involved. Early on, here's reason number 3. And this is the complaint that drives more diesel techs out of the field than almost anything else. Despite the technical skill required and the physical risk involved, entry-level and even mid-career diesel technician pay frequently lags behind the difficulty of the work. Here's the data that backs this up directly. A survey from the Automotive Service Excellence Organization found that 42% of new diesel technicians leave the industry within the first 2 years. The reasons cited were consistently the same: poor pay, difficult working conditions, insufficient opportunities for advancement. That is an extraordinary exit rate for any trade, let alone one facing a documented nationwide shortage. Here's what makes this particularly frustrating. The industry is short an estimated 100,000 plus technicians through 2030, driven heavily by retirements. And yet, pay in too many shops has not kept pace with that scarcity, the way it has in trades like HVAC or plumbing. The demand is undeniable. The compensation in far too many shops hasn't caught up to match it. All right, here's reason number 4. Quick break here. You already know how to work hard. The question is, are you getting paid for it beyond the job site? My brother Shane built the content growth engine specifically for people who want to turn what they know into income online. I joined as a student myself. Month 1, I had a $214 day. By month 5, I was hitting $519 days, and it just keeps building from there. All working less than 4 hours a week on it. No marketing background needed. No tech skills, just a system that works. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments below. Go check it out. Reason 4. The physical toll is real and compounds over time. Here is reason number 4. This is physical labor in some of the least comfortable conditions in the trades world. Working under heavy trucks and equipment, crawling into tight engine compartments, lifting components that weigh far more than what most trades require. Diesel shops are not climate controlled in many cases, meaning extreme heat in the summer and bitter cold in the winter, depending on your region and your shop. Roadside emergency calls, when the truck breaks down on the highway, mean working in generally dangerous conditions next to live traffic, sometimes in the worst weather imaginable. Years of this work add up. Back problems, joint problems, the kind of wear and tear that accumulates slowly and then all at once. This is not a desk job with occasional physical tasks. This is sustained, demanding physical labor as the baseline expectation of the job, year after year. And here's reason 5, the one that ties everything together.
Quick break here. Check out which trade is best for you and access the free course below.
Reason 5, breakdowns don't wait for business hours. Here is reason number 5. Diesel equipment fails when it fails, not on a convenient schedule. A fleet truck breaking down at 2 a.m. on a delivery route needs a technician right then, not at 8 a.m. when the shop opens. That means on-call schedules, overnight emergency calls, and weekend work are baked into this career for a significant portion of diesel technicians. Here's the data on just how often this happens. The average commercial fleet experiences an unscheduled breakdown roughly every 38,000 miles. Multiply that across an entire fleet operation, and you start to understand why diesel shops keep technicians on call around the clock. Your schedule is not entirely your own in this career. Emergencies dictate your hours far more than they would in many other trades. For some people, that unpredictability is a deal breaker. For others, it's exactly what makes every day generally different. And it pays a real premium when you're the one who answers the call. So why people still do this? Okay, 5 real documented reasons this career is hard. Here's the honest other side. The demand for diesel technicians is one of the most severe shortages in the entire trades world right now. The BLS projects roughly 28,500 openings every single year through the next decade. And training programs are producing fewer than 11,000 graduates annually to fill them. Over 100,000 diesel technicians are expected to retire by 2030, with no replacement pipeline currently large enough to cover that gap. The shortage is creating real leverage for technicians who stick with it and develop genuine expertise. A well-run shop can help a technician earn 6-figure salary within 3 to 5 years, according to industry data. A timeline that beats most trades on this channel. Here's the honest truth about all 5 complaints I just gave you. Every one of them gets easier with experience, the right shop, the right specialization. The tool investment becomes manageable once you're earning real wages. The complexity becomes your competitive advantage once you've mastered it. Most techs never do. The pay improves dramatically once you have diagnostic skills that fewer and fewer people in this industry actually possess. This is a hard trade. It is also one of the most secure in-demand careers in the entire country right now, precisely because so many people quit before they get to that good part. Quick break here. If you're sitting here wondering which trade is actually right for you specifically, I built a free 5-minute tool that walks you through it. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments. Look, diesel mechanic is not an easy career. The tool costs are real. The complexity is real. The early pay frustration is real. The physical toll is real. The unpredictability hours are real. But the demand behind this trade is also undeniable. And the technicians who push through those first hard years are walking into one of the most secure, well-compensated trades in the country. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment. Are you a diesel tech? Did I get this right? I want to hear from people actually doing this work. I read every single one. Catch you in the next video. Peace out.
If you need to learn the trades, go to Jack of all trades.